What is up? What is up, Chubbs? What is happening, my baby?
What is up?
It is your girl, your favorite Chubb, back here. So, since my workouts have been restricted because of my poor groin and the possible, well, there is no fracture, thank God, of my hip and all that other stuff. So my workouts have been minimum, so my weight loss have been stalled a little bit. So basically, hopefully in the next couple weeks I have a workout update for you. Weight loss update for you. So right now it's just slow pickings right now. So I'm like, I don't have an update, but I do have my 2 cents because I have been watching the tele, and it's not 600 Pound Life this time. I do have one. I do have a couple that I'm watching, but like I said, with 600 Pound Life, I watch every single one, but I don't do a video on every single one, of course, because I only did a couple, but I watch every single one. But today we are going to be doing 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, and you probably will know who I'm going to do. We're going to do Bigg Ed, okay? So Bigg Ed, who he calls himself that name because of his big personality, okay? He is 54 years old. He is from San Diego, California. Now, backstory on Bigg Ed. Bigg Ed was married for 2 years, but it ended in divorce because he cheated on his wife and been single for 28 years. Now, he has one daughter who is 29. Her name is Tiffany, and he's to present day, he has a dog that's only been him and his dog, and he just accepted the fact that he was just going to be him and his dog. But then he met Rose. Now, we already know how 90 Day Fiance is. Most of the mates is not from the U.S. of A. They are in different countries, okay? So, Rose is from the Philippines. She is 23 years old, and that is a 31-year gap. And Ed has fallen in love with her. They've been talking for months, and the last 3 months, they finally saw each other face to face through FaceTime, and she sends him pictures all the time, and she calls him her king, and he calls her his queen, and all those stuff. I'm not gonna go on. I'm trying not to make this video extra long. And basically, Ed's been sending her gifts a total about $5,000. Like, this dude actually sent her daddy a grill. She probably ain't even got it because he said that half of the gifts she haven't got, but who knows. But then also, he is going over to the Philippines to go and meet Rose, and he told his family about it. His daughter Tiffany, she wants nothing to do with it. She has not talked to her dad in weeks. She don't want nothing to do with the whole situation because you're 29, your dad possible fiance is 23. You had some qualms with that, okay? Like, and then you hear your dad just sending all this stuff over and nothing in return. You have some revelations about that, okay? And his family has some feelings about that, and his mom as well. But his mom basically said, because he told his mom that he bought a ring, that his mission was to go over there and to meet Rose and possibly be engaged. His mom was like, nah. Don't do that. Fix your relationship with your daughter first before you make any big decisions. That was what Mama said. Okay, Mama don't play about her baby. About Pony, because that was his name. So, the nickname basically. So, but he's like, I'm in love, blah, 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 whatever. So, then Ed was talking about that he's going to talk to Rose about his insecurities, about how many people she talked to on Facebook. She got almost like 4,000 people, and when about her ex-boyfriends and about her past, because she gets real defensive, or all of a sudden the phone call ends or whatever. So he said he wants to talk more about that face to face. So, understand that. You want to know more about that, like why is the phone calls ending and why we're not having this conversation. Understand that. So, we're going to fast forward through all that. He meets Rose on his way to meet Rose. So, he's at the airport and waiting for his flight to board to the Philippines. He got to take a couple flights because he got layovers. But now, he did reach out to his daughter before he got on the plane, because every time they fly somewhere, they always check in with each other to talk to each other, say they love each other. So he did video message his daughter and be like, look, I'm about to get on a flight, and I know you're not talking to me, but I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess it was on her heart that, let me call my dad.
Hey, Tiff.
Hey,
Thank you, Tiff. I love you so much.
So I think like that was on her heart, not to have, like, if anything happened to him, you know, nobody wants to say the last words with anybody. If something happens to somebody, to be anger. Okay, so you know, I think that was nice. You know, that was good that she called him before he got on the flight. So he gets to the Philippines. He's waiting on Rose. He meets Rose. You see them doing the twirl and, you know, happy go lucky and everything else. So after they spin and everything, here goes Ed.
Am I what you expected? You like?
I expected yours tall to me.
Tall, more tall.
Short to me.
So you see Rose. You said you know, he's a little short because Ed has some little fibs he kept from Rose. So Ed told Rose that he is the same height as her, but she is 5'2", and he is 4'11" actually. And you know, that could be a little fib and everything else, but you know, he never lied about his age and everything else. You know, but there's one thing he did he's holding back from her, is that he has the one child and he doesn't want any more kids. He wants to get a vasectomy. He don't want no more kids. You're marrying a 23-year-old, and you think she's just gonna be like, you know what, I'm cool. Well, because she does have a son, and he's 4. Now, I guess from all her conversations she's had with Ed, he has said she wants a girl, and he freezes and doesn't tell her at the beginning, I don't want no more kids. And he's like, well, I don't want to tell her because I don't want to lose her. So you can't just snatch the rook from somebody like that. But he's still holding this secret from her. So we're at the beginning. So they meet up. They go to a hotel, because at first they're supposed to stay at somebody's house or hotel with a bunch of people, but they end up getting their own hotel because Ed has standards, okay? And plus, who wants to stay with a bunch of people? I don't know whatever. But he had their own hotel room, and they go to sleep with each other, and they wake up and everything. So the next day, he takes her shopping. Okay, so he takes her shopping, and he felt bad because she did not have any pajamas. I don't know why he's fixated on those pajamas. I don't know, but he was just fixated on those pajamas. Okay. So they go shopping, and they go to this one vendor, and they talking and picking out her pajamas, and this is when Rose kind of stepped out of pocket.
I want to see how much this is. I don't even know how much this is.
How much? What do you think?
Awesome.
Keep the change.
No, keep the change.
Wait a damn minute.
So I'm like, girl, like she in his wallet and just throwing money like it's bottled water. Like, keep the change. Like, no, bro, like you want to get slapped. Like, you want to get left here. Like, you don't just grab somebody's money out their wallet. Like, girl, let that. You are out of bounds, out of pocket. Flag on the play. You are out. No, you are out of pocket. But pass that up. So Mr. Ed, who does not like to be hot, is in this crowded area and sweating bullets. You can see from this picture here, wherever I put it, and he is sweating all down his back. And then he already irritated because this girl, we going to all these vendors, and she just trying to go in my wallet, just give these people my money. And he's like, no, I'm ready to go. I want to go chill out. I'm hot. I don't like to be hot. He's irritated. So they leave on either the next day. Yes, the next day. So the next day they chill out and everything. He goes and takes her to get mani-pedis. So this is to soften the blow of what he about to ask her. So they go get their feet and nails done, whatever. So they go sit at a restaurant, and then this is where he asks the question that he wants Rose to take an STD test. And he's like, well, it's just, blood test to make, check for diseases and everything else. Her face was priceless. She's like, what? Okay. Okay. So, Rose is a sassy girl, okay? This Rose is answered to after that.
Okay. So, you too. You have a test.
You want me to take the test?
Yeah, both of us.
And I agree. Like, she's like, you too, boo. And he's like, I don't know these folks. That's basically what it, I'm responding like I respond. He's like, I don't know these folks. They ain't touching no parts of me. But my thing is, if you wanted her to test, you should have got tested before you left. Because if you coming at me like, oh, I want you to get the test done, and she be like, oh, you too? Oh, I'm right here, boo. Here's my paper. I got tested at home. I'm squeaky clean and everything else. Because just because you've been single for 28 years does not mean you were celibate for 28 years. That is a difference, honey. Celibacy and single is totally different. If you were single and celibate, yes. But you didn't say celibate. You just said single. So... boo, you could have got your test done before you left. But I can understand where she's coming from. She said it's only fair. And he was like, oh, well, if you're not doing this for me and you won't tell me about your past, so that's not fair to me. And so he thought about he need to get some air and everything else. So they had a little tiff. And he's like, well, you won't tell me nothing about your past and everything else, how we going to build a foundation of trust. You still harboring that you want to get a vasectomy and don't know if you're going to tell her. But okay, boo. So she finally tells him, look, my son's father, because she has a son who's 4, he is married with his own children. I haven't seen him. I had 2 boyfriends after that. It didn't work out. I left. That was it. He's like, that's all I wanted to know. We need to have a foundation of honesty. Mind you, she's still holding on to this vasectomy. Okay? So she tells him, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home by myself. And he was like, no, I'll get you a hotel this late. I don't want you to just let me get you a hotel. She's like, I don't even want to be in the same hotel as you. So he gets her own room and she goes to stay the night at a hotel. Next day, he wanted to meet up with her and officially apologizes and said, look, I'm out of pocket, boo-hoo-hoo, I'm tired, I just wanted to know and everything else. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. She forgives him. Let's move it on right along, okay? So that night, she stays at his hotel. They stay in the hotel together. And he's rubbing all on her feet and all that stuff. So he asks, could he kiss her? He asked how to say kiss in her native language.
Okay. May I halik you?
Yes, please.
Now, for somebody you fallen in love with, how are you making these faces? Like, you can't even... Her faces is priceless. Like, she's just, like, grossed out. But I was like, girl, this possibly be your husband, girl. But, girl. So, that ended there. And then they got to the next morning and the producers or whoever asked them, did y'all get intimate or whatever that night? And she was like, this is her reaction.
Did you and Ed get intimate last night?
Not as intimate. It's a good night. Love you.
Really?
Yeah.
Last night?
Yeah.
Tell me the truth.
Ayoko.
Okay, and then we're gonna get to Ed's right here.
Last night we made love. It was awesome.
You see 2 different reactions. Like, she was like, oh, who, no kiss and tell. Ed was like, we had sex. And it was good, boo. Like, it was just day and night, okay? He was waiting on that night, girl. Like, he was waiting on that night. So, after all that, he wanted to kiss on her and everything else. And he was talking that she's like, no, I don't want to kiss on you and everything else. Because she does not like his beard. So, Ed was like, I don't like your hairy leg.
It just seems kind of less feminine for a woman. So I don't like leg hair. It's gross.
He said it's gross. You see how my man laying in this bed? Okay. You laying up to this in quarantine. I guarantee you're gonna be like, by day 30, you're gonna be like,
can you do me a favor? Can you go climb on top of the house and then close your eyes and then just jump for me?
yeah. So But they had an agreement. She's like, he said, okay, if you shave your legs, I will shave my beard. So she goes to shave her legs. He shaves his beard and everything else. So shaves his legs, shaves his beard, whatever. And after that, they leave to go to her hometown or village or whatever that is. So they go there. So the first thing you see the town is a little poor area. And then you see her son run up to her, like, I don't know, like he just running the streets. Okay, but he runs up to his mom, and she's just like, oh, this daddy Ed. And I'm just like, why you got this boy calling him daddy? And she come out with the best for him. This is what she said in one of her confessions. Like, why you don't know this man right now? Well, she know him now, but like calling him daddy, girl, you stepping out of bounds. But anyways, so she meets. So they go to her house where she stays with her sister or sisters, and then he meets the first sister, Maria. Now the first sister, Maria, she's sitting up here looking him up and down. Basically, she's like, oh, he's a little big, like he's fat. Girl, didn't you? Now let's talk about Maria for a second. Now Maria had sent Ed some messages before he got there asking for money, and told him not to tell Maria. Girl, if you don't go sit down and you go judge this man, but you asking for money, and then. So Ed has his revelations thinking that Rose has something to do with it, but he didn't say nothing yet. So he goes in the house, and the rest of the family's in there, surprising him with a meal that they made and welcoming him. And then the first thing she asked him, like, what do you think of my house? And this is Ed's reaction.
Well,
What do you say?
well, where are the windows?
Big windows.
That's not a window.
Like, Ed is out of his element. Like, Ed is like, no. Like, Ed sleeps on 1,000-count sheets, and he just likes his space and everything else. Like, he's particular, and this ain't his vibe, but he's gonna do it for the woman he loves. So her dad shows up, he meets the dad and everything else, and they have dinner and everything else, and he sleeps there. So he sleeps over to the house. And the next day, they woke up, because this is Ed. Ed stays at Rose's house, and this is his experience of the night.
And this was one of the worst nights of my life. I am completely drained. I haven't slept. The mattress that I slept in was soaking wet. This was the first night I've ever spent without access to air conditioning, and I hated it. And I feel broken.
You would have thought they had a gun to his head. This dude was sick. I was broken. Woo, Jesus. Now, her dad does not live with them, so he just stayed there to keep an eye on Ed because he's very protective of his daughters. So, basically, the morning he was going to ask the father, could he have permission to take Rose on vacation? Like, you just, like, had relations with his daughter the night before, but whatever. But the dad asked to have a shower with Ed because I guess they shower together. It's a poor area. They shower together. So this is Ed having a shower with her father. Ed is not vibing with this. He is not with it. He is very unhappy. So he takes a shower with the daddy and everything else, and the dude is out. He's seeing chickens and then he saw a rat, and he was just like, I'm done. I am just done with the shower. So they still got their pants on in the shower. Okay, so he's like, I'm done with the shower. Let's go. So after the shower and everything else, they went to her dad's pig farm, and he wanted to ask her dad to take her away on vacation, but he got to the pig farm to see how her dad lived, and he lives poor too, and he started doing a little work, but he was feeding the pigs. And Ed, poor Ed, this dude, he trying, so this Ed trying.
How do I get over there and just
Take this.
throw it?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry.
My man is so out of his element. Like, he's like, well, she's living poor. Now, when you have these fiancés and stuff from these different countries, not everybody's gonna be living in a house with certain things and everything else. Some of them will be living a little poorer than you. You know what I'm saying? But she may not be using you for your money. Okay, so he's the guy that thought in his head that I'm your free ticket to America. That's by almost everybody that come across somebody that maybe living a little less than them. So he asked her dad could he take her away and everything else. He gave his permission that she can go away with him. Her sister was watching her son, Prince, that's his name. Her sister was watching her son. He takes her away to Palawan for their little vacation, so they can get to know each other more. And whatever they already did to do, but that's one thing. But I guess get to know each other mentally. Okay, so they go away and get together and everything else. Now Ed is forever picking on this child. He gets her lingerie and everything else, but it just looks like a bathing suit. I didn't get that on camera, but I did get this. Like, he is always picking on this child.
So this is mouthwash. And I got you a cute toothbrush. Your breath is not pretty. One of the first things I noticed, even at the airport, was her breath, but I didn't know how to bring it up. And I don't think she realizes it, but I do. And then I got you good toothpaste.
Okay.
Like, he just said this child, the first time he's like, I don't like your hairy legs. And now he's like, your breath is not so pretty, but he said your breath stank. And I'm just like, you just picking this child apart. And then the toothbrush he gave her, I think that's a toothbrush for a child. Like, that's not a grown up toothbrush. I'm just like, gave her mouthwash and I gave you some pretty toothpaste, and her facial expression. Oh my God, I can't with Rose. Okay, and Rose, she's just like, it's not my breath, I have an ulcer. And he's like, well, why did you tell me that? Because you're not giving her a chance. You keep picking this girl apart, like making her feel like crap. Like, you really making her feel like she's, below you. Okay, but he's like, I understand, all right. So, but her facial expression is hilarious. Now, they have dinner, and he told the hotel the nicest table in the hotel, but it's TLC. They gonna set you up in a nice area, so they set them up by the pool. Okay, nice for have dinner outside, blah blah blah. So they have dinner. So he decides that he's like, well, they started talking and it kind of paused, and she's like, you don't think I love you or something like that. So he's like, there's something I have to tell you, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. She's like, no, you're gonna tell me right now. So he tells her about Maria, her sister, asking him for money and not to tell her, but do you know anything about it? And she's like, you think I want you for your money? I don't want your money. Like, I wanted you, but I didn't know anything about it. So he was like, so you didn't know? He's like, no, but I want to talk to my sister about it. He's like, can we talk to her together? She said, fine. So that was the end of that situation. He said he's going to talk to, they're going to talk to Maria together about why she asked for money. Even though she was acting like, he's a little fat, so I don't understand, but he wasn't that fat when he was trying to ask for money. So we're going to end this situation where he finally sits down, because I'm about to watch the next episode, which is episode 11, but that don't come on until May 1st. And what I'll do is I'll probably wrap this up in another chunk like I'm doing right now. So this next episode, which it showed what happened when he sat her down by the pool, and he's like, because she started talking about kids again, and he freezes up. So the next day they sitting by the pool and everything else. So he finally tells Rose that he does not want children. And she's like, I don't understand. He's like, I'm going to get surgery so I can't get you pregnant. So she's like, but it's my dream to have a girl. I want kids. I want another child. And he was like, I don't want any more kids. She's like, well, I'm going to give you time to think about it. He's like, I don't want time. I don't want no more kids. We understand why you don't want no more kids, because you are 53. You are 54. You are talking to a 23-year-old who is very young and who has age to want more children. And she said basically she's been telling him all this time that she wanted children, and he has not told her at all that he did not want any more kids because he's afraid of losing her. But you might lose her now because you lied to her about you. Well, you didn't tell her that you didn't want any more kids, but you've been holding on to her all this time. She thinks you see in this future of having another baby with you, and you basically let all this on and like, I don't want no more kids. So you just got to take it what it is. You can't tell a 23-year-old that. I'm glad, and he's talking, oh, I made 2 appointments so I can get this done. She's like, huh? Like, she's like, I need time to think. I need time to think. So she said, I need time to think about this whole relationship, and I just need time to think. So that was the end of that. So I don't know how many more episodes is going to go on from there, but I will be watching it. I will give a conclusion about what goes on from there with them. And I'm also watching another situation that I'm writing down with it, because this one, oh, God bless her soul. This one lady, I have to talk about her, but not on this one. She getting her own video, because the roller coaster my baby going through on there, I have to watch the next episode so I can put it on the video, because I can't record the video without watching the next episode, because I gotta see what happened to that one. But I got to talk about this poor lady right here. I love her trusting intuition, but honey, you got to wake it up, girl. But I'm not going to record that one until I see the next episode, so I can see what happened on that one. Then I can have that one together to record, and then I go from there. So I just wanted to make sure I had this video out, because I wanted to wrap this all up, because it's a lot trying to put all this together, because this is not one episode, okay? And it is daylight now. It was 4:30 in the morning when I had finally finished recording, and my battery died, and I was not going to wait for it to charge, so I went on to sleep, because I was tired. So I don't have to tell you what I need to do. I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen, and I hope everybody have a good week. And if you stay to the end, thank you for coming around my way.
Sarate.